Guys, if you're not feeling this red lip, I promise you there's something wrong with you. You need to go admit yourself at a hospital because you're on stage 20 of witchcraft. And uzofa mntakama, uzofa ungafani nabantu base angizukulisha igama lala abahlala khona, but y'all know, y'all have this province in your mind right now. Ni wrong.
Remember to follow me on all these social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Buhle Mbola, launching your careers in Ngelosian. And guys, remember that I call myself Ngelosian because I feel that God is finally using me as an instrument to do good for the people that I can assist. So the goal here is to have at least 5 people move to South Korea to teach English by August 2019. Of course, a lot of people could not commit this early. Abanye are still completing their degrees, so they will possibly join sometime in the future. So I'm very happy that people are at least aware. So I've done my bit and the rest is up to you, and I wish you well. Laba sebekanile, guys. Yes, here's an announcement. We have 5 people. We have 2 guys and 3 girls who are halfway through the process of coming to South Korea. So yeah, very exciting stuff. So my goal is being realized, guys. So thank you all for allowing me to support you and you supporting my channel in return. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about interview questions and tips. So I've got a total of 3 tips for you, and then I'll discuss each one in detail, and then the second bit will be about the questions. So there are a total of 13 questions that, and I'll add a link below in the description bar so that you can go and read further on these questions yourself. Guys, remember, I'm just here to give you direction because I've been through this. I'm here and I want you to join me so that we can go to Seoul and Busan. Guys, I was just in Busan last weekend and oh my goodness, it's like I've never been to Cape Town and experienced Cape Town, but it's the Cape Town of South Korea. So guys, I can't wait for you guys to come through and join me on these very nice trips and explore South Korea, because guys, there's a lot of sights to see here. So let's get started. So the first tip is that you must dress formally. Dress formally. Guys, I looked up something along the lines of how to prepare for a Skype interview, and I got tips like treat it like a real life interview. So the same way that you would go to a real interview, like to a company, you need to treat this one the same. So I with that scare, how I interpreted that was that I needed to dress up to the max. So I wore like a full-on formal outfit, and this is the shirt that I wore, guys. This is the shirt that I wore for my interview. Let me tell you a little story about this shirt. This is my lucky shirt. So my grandpa passed away in 2012 when I was just about to start first year at Howard College. He passed away, but now on the night that we found out that he passed away, I had gotten myself in some trouble with some boy. So this was, yeah, supposed to be first year. So my uncle was gonna tell me, and I wasn't going to go to varsity because he was like, you don't deserve to go to varsity. You're busy being around boys. Guys, actually, so the following morning, he was supposed to call my dad and tell my dad, Wuti, yundodagazi yakho has been up to 1, 2, and 3. So nje, obviously my dad would have never fallen for a trick like that. Like, that's just dumb, it's just stupid. But they were angry, guys. You need to understand what's ngikanda ekhaya, so they just wanted what's best for me. So long story short, my mom bought me this shirt from Legit back in 2012. She had just bought it for me, around that time. So I wore this shirt to my grandpa's funeral. And Umkulu wami, guys, is actually my lucky charm. Umkulu is the one person that before I could even speak English, he believed in me, guys. He he'd just been raving about me, Jay, from day one. He's just always, so that's why I think that this is my lucky shirt, because I wore this shirt at his funeral, and I miss him every day, guys. He bought me the album ga Adele E21, and that album alone just makes me miss him so much. And the music that I used to listen to, like classical music, he introduced me to, or Aretha Franklin, and just legends, guys. So I miss my grandpa and I love him, and yeah, may his soul continue to rest in peace. So dress formally, guys. The second tip is be prepared. Now I wrote down a list of things under being prepared because I don't want to miss a single thing. So when I say be prepared, the first thing is you need to go online onto your Skype account at least 5 to 10 minutes before your interview slot. And let me just quickly say that you want to book your interview in the morning, like first thing in the morning, about 9, 10, 11 o'clock. Like, have your interview be the third person that they interview. So be prepared and be online on Skype at least 5 to 10 minutes before, because they will call you. You won't call them. You'll just wait, and then they will call when they're ready. Because they might say your interview's at 10, but it'll their last interview will just be delayed kancane, and then yours will end up being at like 10:05. So just be ready earlier than them. Then they expect you to be online. And then the second thing is you need to make sure that you have perfect internet connection, guys. You don't want to be dealing with internet Wi-Fi. You want to make sure that you are at a spot that has perfect Wi-Fi, or you have enough data. If you were in South Korea already, you would have enough data, because I get 5 gigs a day, guys, every day. So just come over. The next thing is make sure that you are in a quiet area. So what I did on the day that I had an interview, I just put a note, because I was staying at a commune at this time. I put a note by the TV room, and I just said to everyone, I've got an interview that'll take about an hour. It won't take an hour. I just said, I've got an interview. Please do not disturb, don't be loud, and make sure to keep the TV off at all times, until I took the note and I threw it away. So yeah, I was in a quiet area. So you must make sure that you prepare your space very well. It must be very, very quiet. Next tip is to have your questions ready. You know that at any interview they're going to ask you, do you have any questions for them? And you must always have questions. Guys, I remember back when I was still in school, in university, I never used to like the idea of asking questions, because I was desperate. In all honesty, I was desperate for a job. So I never used to have any questions until I realized the importance of having questions, because it's just to say or show the people that you know your worth, you know what you deserve, and you're not going to settle for anything less. So you must have questions. It's your turn to interview them to see if they qualify for you to teach at their school, guys. They value you. You must show that you value yourself as well. So you must have questions. But now what I did was I went above and beyond, guys. I love Googling things, guys. Even things that, simple things that I would normally have answers to, I like to Google them and just see what existing answers are just out there. What have people been saying about that question? So I interviewed, I looked up interview questions for EPIK, and I don't quite remember if I found interview questions for EPIK, but I definitely came up with a set of questions, and amongst those was tell me about your last successful or unsuccessful candidate and why they were successful or not successful. And that was the question I had prepared amongst, I think I prepared like 3 or 4, 5, but I ended up asking about 2. So they said that they couldn't answer that one because that was private information, and I understood. So I moved to the next question. I forgot what that was, but just ask things around your concerns. You know what your concerns are when you come over this side. Whatever questions that you have in mind, don't be afraid to ask. They will answer them. They know. So you don't want to miss this chance, basically. So yeah, make them resell themselves, because the first time they sell themselves is on the website, as well as through people like myself who are vouching for the program. So make them directly sell themselves to you, not via the website or people or third parties. So yeah, prepare a set of questions, at least 3. And then under preparations for the interview, yeah, just prepare interview questions. I think that's the last one. And I also said that you need to just low-key act like you're not desperate. I know that the situation is dire and that's why you want to do this, but don't let that show. You understand? Don't let that show. Yeah, because honestly, just act like you've got a pool of options, because you actually really do, and you still chose South Korea. So yeah, don't act desperate. Low-key act like, why should I go for your program when I could go to Dubai, I could go to Australia? Why you? Why South Korea? Yeah, but just don't be cocky, guys. Next is dress. Okay, so first one is dress formally, the second one is be prepared, and the last tip is for you to be confident, guys. Be very, very confident. I think when Cliff prepared me for the Skype interview, I had prepared all my answers, guys. I over prepared, so I had all my answers written down, and I'd gone, drama students or drama teachers, when we do plays and we remember lines, we stick to scripts. Basically, I followed my script and I wasn't very natural. Cliff was like, is this how you speak? And I was like, no. And he's like, let's do this again. Tell me about yourself. And I was like, okay, let me relax. Just breathe, guys. Breathe. Keep the same breathing pattern. And then, yeah, so just be very natural. Obviously, the more prepared you are, the more confidence you'll show, the more natural you'll be. And yeah, then they'll just love you. Just let your personality show, guys. They want to see the real you. Now you don't want to sell umuntu ongayena bese uyafika la uthola ukuthi just make sure that you are confident. So now we're going to move very quick onto 13 interview questions. So let's speed through them. Okay guys, we're going to speed through the interview questions because I'm going to add a link below and I want you to go read on them yourself. I'll add the link down below. So the first question is, why are you interested in teaching? Is there someone or anything that inspired you? Why are you interested in teaching? What sparked the idea of you becoming a teacher? This specifically applies to people that didn't even major in education, and there's nothing wrong with the fact that you didn't. Just tell them, why are you interested in teaching? Be honest. Honest is key, guys. Honesty is key. Second question is, why Korea? Why? Why ufuna ukuza la? Third question is, what do you know about Korea? Any interesting things that you've read on the website or on Google or that you've seen on YouTube? Just what do you know about Korea? And then the fourth one is, what is your educational philosophy? So just make sure to repeat the same things that you wrote in your essay that you've already submitted at this point already. And then the next one is, how will you handle classes that consist of students with varied English skills and capabilities? So yimela kanjani leyo nto? And remember, the best teachers are judged not by their smartest students, but by their slowest. Yeah. Next one is classroom management. How are you going to make sure that your class is disciplined? It's a cool, convenient, and what's the word I'm looking for? A very specific word, like a conducive learning environment. Next one is your co-teacher. How are you going to manage co-teaching? So one of the questions that they'll definitely ask you is if your co-teacher made a mistake, because remember, your co-teacher is not a native English speaker like you. So how would you deal with whatever mistakes they make in a lesson? So just, yeah. And you never want to say that you correct them during the lesson. You always want to say something along the lines of you talk to them after the lesson in private. And then the next one is, what type of students age group do you think that you could teach most effectively and why? I think I picked like grade 5 because they're not your cry babies, yet at the same time they're not old enough to have an attitude, and those are the grades I'm teaching. I'm teaching grade 3 to grade 6 and I love them. Next one is, in your opinion, what are the top qualities of an English as a second language teacher? Top qualities. What makes the best English teacher, considering that you're teaching in a foreign country where they don't speak English? Next one is, how will your educational background help you as a teacher? How is that experience going to help your teaching experience? Next one is, why have you chosen to pursue a teaching job in Korea? This sounds like a repetitive question. I think it's similar to one that I've read already. Just stick to your answers, guys. Don't, if you feel that a question is similar to one that you've answered already, stick to the same answer, just shape it differently. Next one is the one that we all dread. I think a lot of people hate this question, but you really need to think about it. You really need to think about it. What is your 5-year plan or 10-year plan? I think I said, in fact, no, I don't think I said that, because this is legit my plan. I said, don't steal my answers, guys. Just be original. Be authentic. Doesn't this remind you of authenticate? Authenticate. Anyway, moving right along. I said that my goal, my 5 to 10 year goal, is to teach and travel. Teach and travel. So I'm going to teach, and the teaching salary is going to fund my traveling. And guys, I'm enjoying this traveling life already. Next one is, how will you adapt to or reconcile the differences between your country and South Korea? Now, this is just basically asking how you would manage or cope with the culture shock. I said that I wouldn't need to manage or cope, because there are a lot of similarities between their country or their culture and ours. For instance, they like doing things in groups and they like sharing. So I related that to our Ubuntu concept. So I said that I don't think that I'll struggle. And also, this is your opportunity to share an experience in the past that shows that you are an independent person. Like, you won't want to cry when you're away from home and be homesick to a point where you want to go back. Just assure them that you focused on your goal, you stick to your goals, you're a person that has direction. Just assure them that we are in. And the second to last question is, in 1 or 2 minutes, teach me something I don't already know. Anything that comes to mind. Pick a word or concept and just teach them on that. Anything interesting that you want, teach them about you. Anything, guys. This is your chance to just be crazy. And the last question is, what does EPIK stand for? Let me test you guys out. Wait. How many of you said English program in Korea? Because you're correct. And TALK stands for Teach and Learn Korea. So guys, that's it. That was very, very quick and nice. I enjoyed shooting this. I hope that you will enjoy watching it. And yeah, remember to subscribe, comment, and like. I will love you. I already love you guys. If me doing these videos for you doesn't already tell you that I love you, I put all this makeup to go nowhere just to shoot, and you're not gonna appreciate and see that this is love. I don't know what you guys want. Anyway, yeah guys, I really enjoy doing this. Yesterday I actually shot a video and I deleted a lot of intros and I ended up needing to reshoot the entire thing. And I thought also to include the wearing this shirt so that you guys feel like you know me better. Yeah, this is semi get to know me as well. So yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one. Please comment your questions or concerns down below. I love you. Bye.
By the way, this was right after my Skype interview, and as you can tell by the excitement on my face, I was very sure, I was confident that I had delivered. So I wish you all the best on yours as well.